Breaking college basketball news. Rosters are changing. Matt Painter was right. Matt Painter solved his scholarship issue finally. Teams can now have 15 scholarships. That has been approved. It's an interesting proposal. It's an interesting change. We're going from 13 scholarship players to 15 scholarship players. I think in theory, this could not change much, but there are some ways I could see this really impacting the sport of college basketball at various levels with how much people are transferring up and transferring down. I think there's kind of a two-way street of what this is going to mean for the Blue Bloods down to the mid-major schools. And I am laughing at this because we did so much discussion about, oh, well, Painter oversigned. He oversigned. And one, if this rule had already been in place, he wouldn't have oversigned. Two, I think Painter was on the committee that got this approved. So there's been some talk that like Painter knew this was coming. And that's part of how he's been recruiting the way he's been recruiting. I don't know if that part's true or not, but I do think he was involved in like getting this approved. So what's your reaction? What do you think this means for college basketball that 15 is now the number for scholarships?
I think they messed up in leaving more spots for Izzo to leave open. He thought leaving one open was frustrating. Wait till we leave another two to three open. No, in all honesty, I don't really think this affects anybody but walk-ons, to be honest with you. But it is intriguing for some coaches because you look at how some of these rosters have filled out, right? And like all these coaches are so aggressive in the portal, and now they have more spots to fill. Like maybe that complicates things, maybe that makes it easier. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out as far as when we get to like this time, right? Like there's these open roster spots, or even what you spoke to yesterday, Greg, like guys waiting till now with the international prospects. Now, like there could be guys and coaches that get to this point and they got two or three spots open maybe or something like that, and they get to dip their toe into the international pool. So do I think it'll have a crazy effect? Not really, but it will be. The interesting part about it to me will be seeing how coaches navigate it now, having those extra ones.
Yeah. So like on a day-to-day for the first couple years, I don't think it does much. The interesting part to me is just like how are the biggest programs going to operate with this? Because as you alluded to jokingly, but it's also serious, there are a lot of coaches that don't even try to fill 13 scholarships right now. It's not just Izzo. He has been doing it, but there are others that do this too. And I've criticized it because I think it's dumb to waste the opportunity to have scholarship players on your team. But with that said, I also understand why people do it. Like, it's hard to keep 7 guys happy, let alone 13 if you're bringing in good players. So, to me, going from 13, which already felt like a lot of players, to 15 is a really interesting challenge for a team like Kentucky and a team like Duke and a team like, I don't know, even think of some more portal heavy programs like what Arkansas used to be under Muss. Now it's USC, like what Kansas State has been. Teams that are filling 7, 8 spots with transfers every year. Are you going to even try to fill a full roster? Because if you have 15, people are going to be unhappy. That's a guarantee. And the only thing, like the only way to keep everyone happy, I think, would be to build a program the way Painter does, which is like, oh, we're going to bring in 7 or 8 freshmen a year now. We're going to bring in guys that don't expect to play, and they'll be happy. And then on a year to year, we can keep a couple scholarships open for transfers. But I don't know. It might tweak the way some of the best elite coaches or coaches at elite programs go about roster building here, because I think you're going to have to. Otherwise, if it say Tom Izzo or anybody, John Calipari, Mark Pope, they fill a roster full of 15 guys, 8 of them are transfers, 3 of them are freshmen, the rest of them are returnees, but it's 15 scholarship guys. You're going to have like 5 guys transfer out a year. Like, there's just no way to keep 15 scholarship players happy.
There is a way.
That
Yeah, pay. Hey, shh, shh. Go get some. Go. Shoo.
do donors are donors even happy about this though? I don't want to spend $2 more million if I'm an Indiana donor on my 11th and 12th guys.
Well, that's the thing, Gregory, about being donors of that level. They give the money. Like I don't want to hear about it. Like, here's the money, all season, make ball go and hoop, or I get unhappy and cut funds next year.
Make volleyball go in hoopy hoop.
Make
Make
ball,
it work.
make orange thing going 10-foot thing with that $3 million I gave you. Divvy it up how you see fit. If you don't do it correctly, get ready to speak Michigan State NIL.
Got it. Understood. Uh, is this a victory? Can Purdue fans claim this as a Painter win? Hashtag
Yes, they
Painter
can.
was right.
Yeah, he runs everything. He
He-
runs it. He knew.
he's innovative. He made this change happen. Can Cannon Catchings come back now?
No, but this also has me going back the last 5 to 10 years and examining every single Matt Painter press conference. You know how like those events happen nowadays, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that was a Simpson episode." Well, with college basketball, Paint called this one 10 years ago.
You know what's next?
What?
They're going to change court storming rules.
They are.
This is the summer of hashtag Painter was right.
Yes.
Wow. It's really sinking in right now. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when, their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems, there were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.